If you are trading crypto without recording your trades in this free journal, you are missing on a lot of extra profit. Trying to make money by trading and investing in crypto without using a journal is like trying to lose weight without using a scale. Alright guys, once you get this journal, which I'm gonna show you how to do at the end of the video, you have to create your own copy. Because the journal will be in view only mode and you won't be able to edit it, right? You have to create your own copy in your Google Drive, which you will be able to edit. And you do that by clicking File, then Make a Copy. Give it a name. Let's say my crypto journal, and click on make a copy. The purpose of this journal is for you to record all of your trades and investments in crypto, then analyze them, figure out what you are doing right, figure out what you are doing wrong, improve and do it again. That's how you optimize for profitability and you beat 99% of the other traders and investors. You can use the journal for short-term trading as well as for investing. Now let's jump straight into the action. The first thing that you gotta do is go to the trades tab and add your account balance. The amount of capital that you have in crypto, normally this is gonna be on a crypto trading exchange. We're gonna be using BitGet and we have here $2,995 in demo capital. So we're gonna go back to the journal and add here starting balance $2,995, right? That's the very first step that you gotta do. The second thing that you have to do is to delete these sample trades which are in the journal, right? So you're gonna delete the entry price, the amount and the stop loss price. You're gonna delete the exit price. And you do that in order to start fresh, right? You want to start with a journal that has no data in it, right? The next thing that you guys have to do, you have to go to the data tab and to add here the strategies which you are using. So you're gonna delete the strategies that come with the journal and you're gonna add your own. Normally people have multiple strategies, right? So they have a strategy, they're doing long-term investing. Right, so they are buying and holding coins. Many people are also day trading, right, which is basically trading on short time frame. You are entering a trade, you are holding it for let's say 5, 6, 7 hours throughout the day, then you are closing the trade. Many people are also doing scalping. Scalping is basically trading on some very, very low time frames where you are normally going to enter and exit your trade very quickly. Maybe you're gonna hold it for an hour, maybe for 30 minutes, maybe for a little bit longer, right? That's what scalping is. People are also doing swing trading, right? Which is entering trades, holding it over, let's say, a week, and then closing it, right? So you basically add here all of the things which you are doing, all the different strategies that you are using. And you do that so that you can later on analyze the performance of the different methods which you are using and figure out which method is the most profitable so that you can focus on it. Because if you are making a lot of money, let's say day trading, and you are losing a lot of money by swing trading, why keep doing swing trading, right? You just gonna focus on day trading. The purpose here is basically to record everything that you are doing, to analyze it, to figure out what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong, and just do more of what you are doing right. That's the idea. Now, once you have all of your strategies here, you can start recording all of your trades. You can not only use this journal to record all of your trades, you can actually use it to apply strict risk management to your trading and investing in crypto. What is risk management? Risk management is basically risking a certain percentage of your account on a single trade or on a single investment so that if the trade or the investment goes against you, you don't lose all of your money, right? This is very important, guys. Every successful trader and investor has a risk management. If you don't manage your risk, you're always going to be going back to square one, right? So you can trade and invest for a month, for 2 months, for 5 months, and then you can make one bad investment or one bad trade and lose everything, right? If you've been trading and investing without risk management, you are probably familiar with this scenario. If you don't want this to happen to you ever again, all you gotta do is use this position size calculator which we have in the journal. How do you use this? Well, you use this before you actually enter your trade or before you make your investment. So you're gonna add here your account balance, right? You're gonna add the entry price. So let's say that you wanna buy Bitcoin at the current price, which is 70,368. So you're gonna add here the entry price. You're gonna add the stop loss price, right? You always gotta use a stop loss. It doesn't matter if you are trading or investing. Most people don't use stop losses at all, right? Some people do use stop losses on their trading. But almost no one uses stop losses on their investments as well. And you guys have to do that, especially in the crypto market. You have to understand that in the crypto market, it's not uncommon for a coin to go down in value 99%, right? You don't want to make an investment in a coin, watch it go down 99% and lose all of your money. You don't want to experience that. That's why you always have to have a stop loss, even on your investments, right? You gotta have a price where you're gonna exit. So let's say that you want to make an investment in Bitcoin at the current price, but if Bitcoin dumps to like $50,000, you want to exit this investment because then it's very likely that it's going to go down a lot lower. So you add here your stop loss price, then you have to add the percentage risk on trade. What percentage of your account you are willing to risk on this idea, right? So you believe that Bitcoin is going to go up from here, it's going to go up to 200,000, but you also want to exit if Bitcoin goes below 50,000, because if that happens, it's going to go down a lot lower. So you want to protect your capital and just buy it back lower. How much are you willing to risk for that idea? As a percentage, right? Is it 1%? Is it 2%? Is it 5%? Right? That's what you're gonna do here. Let's say that you are willing to risk 5%. Well, once you add all of this data in the yellow cells right here, in the orange cells, you're gonna get the amount of Bitcoin that you have to buy, as well as the dollar amount that you have to invest. So then you just have to go to the exchange which you are using and buy this amount, right? That's what investing with risk management looks like. What about entering trades with risk management? Well, it is the same process. You're going to add the account balance, you're going to add the entry price, you're going to add the stop loss, which in the case of trading is going to be a lot closer to the current price. Depending on the strategy that you are applying, day trading, scalping, or swing trading. So you're going to add here your stop loss price. Maybe you are just day trading, right? So you have a tight stop loss, which is at $69,800. You add here the stop loss price, and then you adjust the percentage risk on trade. You guys have to understand that the shorter time frame you are trading on, the lower the percentage risk management has to be. You cannot be scalping and day trading Bitcoin and risking 5% of your account, right? Because the lower the time frame that you are trading on, the higher the risk is, right? So, the higher the risk that you can be wrong. So you gotta lower this percentage. If you are day trading, you can use 1%. If you are scalping, you gotta use less. So let's say that this is day trading. You basically are planning to enter Bitcoin right now, to hold it for like 6-7 hours and then to sell it. Once you add all of the numbers in the yellow cells here, you're gonna get the crypto amount that you have to buy and the capital that you need to buy this amount. So you can then go on the exchange and buy this cap. If you are scalping, your stop loss is very likely gonna be even higher than that. So it can be something like this. So you're gonna add the entry price, you're gonna add the stop loss price, and then you're gonna adjust the risk per trade, right? If you are scalping, I don't suggest you guys risk 1%. You gotta go lower, right? So you can do something like 0.20. It really depends on your style, right? But you gotta lower the risk on these low time frames, right? Where you are keeping trades for a few hours. So once you do all of that, you're gonna get the crypto amount that you gotta buy and the capital needed. I showed you how to do this for Bitcoin. It's pretty much the same for any other coin, right? It doesn't matter if you're trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, meme coin, right? It doesn't matter at all. It's the same process. And that's about trading and investing with risk management. Now let's actually switch to the trades tab and let me show you how to keep a record of all your trades. And then I'm going to show you how to analyze the different methods which you are using and basically figure out what you are doing right and what you are doing wrong. Alright guys, one more thing before start recording trades. It's important to add here your start date. That way you're gonna know when you started using the journal, right? So over time you're gonna be able to figure out if this journal actually helped you. Okay, so let's add here February 1st, 2024. And now let's add some trades, right? So starting February 1st, 2024, we entered a trade on Bitcoin. It was actually an investment. We bought Bitcoin, which is basically long, so you change all of these things. Our entry price was down here at like $43,000. So that was our entry price, $43,000. The amount of Bitcoin we bought was like 0.01. Our stop loss was at $35,000. And we exited the trade just now at $70,444. I'm just making things up here just to add data to the journal and later on show you how to analyze it, right? So we just exited this trade today on March 28th, 2024. Okay guys, just one important thing. I just noticed that we were putting the date and time in the wrong format, so the trade duration wasn't calculated correctly, right? So keep in mind that this is the proper format you have to add your date. So we said that we entered this on 1st February, right? So that's what you do. And then for the close of a trade, we said we exited today at March 28th. So you do March 28th. That's how you have to add your date and times here in order to have the trade duration calculated properly. By the way, what you guys have to remember is that you only add data into the white cells in the journal, right? All of these gray cells, you don't add any data here because there are formulas, right? And if you add data, you're gonna mess the formulas. You just add data into the white cells. That's very, very important to know. Having said that, there is a column here for the fees, right? It's very important for you guys also to keep track of the fees. Because if your numbers are not going to be correct, in this case, our net profit and loss on this investment, right, is $274. But that's not really the net profit and loss because we have trading fees, right? So you have to add the trading fees in order to get the real net profit and loss. And you can get the trading fees from the exchange that you are using, right? In the history, you can check and find out what the fees are. Let's say that we pay $10 fees on this trade, right? You have to add the fees here and then you're gonna get a net profit and loss on this trade, right? This is very important. So you see that we actually made $264 net profit on this. There is some more data that you have to add here. You can add screenshot before the trade and screenshot after the trade. Now, even if you don't do this, the journal will still work, right? But if you have a complicated strategy, you might want to add here screenshots in order to see later on when you are analyzing what you were doing, right? You can also add here discipline rating, right? So you can rate your discipline. Did you follow your strategy the way it is, or did you change something? Was your plan to exit Bitcoin next month, right? But you exited it now. You have to add here these things, right? You can use the notes as well to add here explanations of what happened, right? The last column here is for deposits and withdrawals. You use this column only when you deposit money to your trading account or you withdraw money, right? I'm going to show you how to do that later on. For now, we are focused on how to enter data in the journal. Right, so let's say that on February 1st, you also made a quick scalp and it was on BTC again. So you enter BTC long scalp at like $43,100 and you exited it at $43,200, right? The amount was a little bit bigger, right? And the stop loss was very tight. You basically had a stop loss at $43,000 and you exited this trade on the exact same date. But wait, here I forgot one thing. Since this is a scalp, we actually have to add the time of entry and the time of exit, right? Because you open and close this trade within the same day. So if we just add here the same date, right, we're gonna get 0 day, 0 hour, 0 minute. So in this case, instead of here adding the entry date, you're gonna add the entry time. So let's say that you entered this trade at 10:10 and you exited this trade at like 12:30. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna add here the time and you're gonna get the correct trade duration, 2 hours and 20 minutes. The last thing that you have to add here are the fees. Let's say that you used a lot of leverage on this trade, so you paid much higher fees. So let's say that you paid like $25 in fees. What you're gonna see here is that you actually lost money on this trade. You saw that before adding the fees, right? This trade was actually positive, but like I told you guys, you have to add here the fees, otherwise you're not gonna get the correct data. There are always fees. So let's say that you paid like $10 in trading fees and $50 in funding fees. You add here the total amount of fees and you got to get the correct outcome for this trade, right? So this was a short scalp which lasted 2 hours and 20 minutes and you lost $20 on it. Now let's say that you entered on this exact same day a swing trade, right, which you held for like a week. So add here the date, add here the coin, which again, let's say that is Bitcoin, or to make things easier, Bitcoin. This was a swing trade, a long swing trade. You entered $43,200. You held it for like 7 days. So let's see, Bitcoin on February was at 43,000. Then on February 8th, it was at 44,000. So you held this trade for a week and you sold it for 44,000. The amount of Bitcoin you purchased was like 0.02. Your stop loss was at 42,500 and you exited this trade on February 10A. So that's the data you have to add. The last thing are the fees, right? You can see that the net profit and loss is $16, but that's without the fees. Let's say that you pay $10 in fees, right? By adding the number, you're gonna get the net profit, which is still $6. Of course, you always can add here notes and these other things that I already explained you, right? But we're not gonna be doing these things right now because it's gonna take us a very long time. Now we also wanna add a day trade, right? So let's say that you enter another trade 8 in the morning and you basically enter again BTC, but this was a day trade, right? Which you held for let's say 8 hours. So entry price was $43,000. The amount here was like 0.03. Your stop loss was at $42,800. And you exited this trade at $43,600, right? You exited this trade at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So if we move now here to the trade duration, you see that you actually held this trade for 9 hours. You made $18, but that's before the fees. Let's say that you paid like $10 in fees. Well, your net profit is $8. Now let's add some more trades, but for March. Starting on March 1st, you bought Bitcoin, long-term investment, right? Or let's actually do Ethereum now. So Ethereum, you bought Ethereum long-term investing. It was a long trade. The entry price was, let's see, at the beginning of March, Ethereum was at $3,400, right? So you bought at $3,400, you enter like half Ethereum. Your stop loss was at $2,900 because again, on these long-term investments, we have wider stop loss. Then you exited the trade just today at $3,572. And today is March 28th. So on this investment, you made $86. If we add the fees, let's say that for this we paid again $10 in fees. Well, the net profit and loss is $76. We held this investment for 27 days. Again, you can add here all of your other things, rating, notes, etc. Right, we're not gonna do that now. By the way, one more thing I forgot to do earlier is that we only added the time here, but we should have added the date. So the way you do this is, let's say that we enter a scalp on March 1st, right? You first add the date, then you add the time. Let's say that we enter 10 a.m. That's the correct format for day trading and scalping, right? So let me show you. We actually gonna do here the same. So let's say that we exited this trade on the same day, but we did that at 12. So when you add this, you're gonna get the 2 hours. That's important to do because later on you will be able to analyze your monthly results, right? And if you add only the time, the journal won't calculate properly your results here for the different months, right? So that's why we have to go back now and add here also the date. So this was February 1st. We said that we enter 10 and then we exited on the same day but 12:30. So this is the same day but we exited 12:30. That's what you have to do, guys, in order to have the correct calculations later on and to be able to see your monthly results. So let's do the same here. We enter at 8 o'clock on February 1st. 8, 10, whatever, right? It was 8 o'clock, now it's 8, 10, whatever. And we exited on the same day, but we exited 5 o'clock, right? So that's how it should be. And this trade lasted for like 8 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, so that's the correct way to add trades when you are basically day trading and scalping. So this is a trade and we are trading Ethereum. This is a scalp, right? So let's say that now we actually shorted Ethereum. Let's say that Ethereum was at like 3,500 10 a.m. on March 1st, and you believe that it's gonna go down to 3,400. So you enter a quick scalp, one Ethereum. Your stop loss was at 3,550. For short trades, you guys have to remember that the stop loss is actually above the entry price, right? Because you are betting that the price is gonna go down. And if the price actually goes up, you are losing money. So you want to be stopped out. And Ethereum actually did go to $3,400 where you close your trade and you ended up making $100, but that was before the fees. You paid $25 in fees, so your net profit ended up being $75. you have this trade for 2 hours. Perfect. Now let me show you how to actually add deposits and withdrawals to your journal, right? So let's say that on March 2nd, you actually deposited money to your account. You have to add this data in the journal as well, because if you don't, you're not gonna get the correct numbers, right? Once you add this, you have to go all the way right here and add the amount. So let's say that you deposited $2,000. Once you add this data, the journal will update itself, right? So the total account deposits are $2,000. This is your starting balance plus the deposit that you just completed now. Your total profit is unchanged and your current account balance is $5,404. That's how you add deposit. To add withdrawal basically is the same thing. So let's say that on March 28th, you actually withdrew some money, you're gonna do the same thing. Add the date and add here, let's say that you needed $200, right? So you withdrew $200 from your account. Once you do that, you will get again the journal update itself, and you're also gonna have here the total withdrawals, right? So you can keep track of total deposits, total withdrawals, you can get the overview here. Now it's time to do some analysis, right? We already have a little bit of data in the journal. It's time to go to the statistics tab and see what's going on. So the first thing that you're gonna see here is that we have a win rate of 83.3%. You can also see a lot of data right here. Total trades 6, winning trades 5, losing trades 1, break-even trades 0, trade expectancy $68. So based on all this data that we added in the journal, based on our performance, the journal calculated that we have a trade expectancy of $68, which means that for every trade we place, we expect to make $68. Average achieved rewards to risk 1.82. So basically, we make $1.8 for every dollar we risk. Overall profit loss $409. Total account growth 8.2%, right? You can see that this journal gives you so much data, guys. Total deposits almost $5,000. Total withdrawal $200. Average trade time 15 days and 2 hours. Below you can see your equity graph. So over time, you will be able to see what's going on here, right? How your equity moves, right? Which months it goes up, which months it goes down, all these type of things you can see. You can also see here your monthly account change, right? So for example, in February we made 8.6% profits, in March we made 4.6% profits. So month by you can see monthly results right here. Then if we go to the results tab, you can see a lot more data, right? So the first thing, by the way, that you have to do is to change the year here, because the journal comes with the default year 2022. You have to switch to 2024 because we are in 2024. Don't wonder why you don't have any data here if you are looking at the wrong year, right? Adjust your year first, then look at the data. So you can see that in February we entered 4 trades, 3 were winning trade, 1 losing trade, 75% win rate, average winning trade $93 profit, average losing trade $20 loss. That's for February, right? Largest winning trade $264, largest losing trade $20. There is so much data here, guys, that you can analyze, right? Total fees $55, total profit for the month $258, average trade hold time for winners, average trade hold time for losers, right? So you can see that the longer we hold our trades, the more money we are making, right? And the trades that we are just holding for a short period of time, we are losing money on them, right? So these are important things to observe in your own trading, right? You can see here discipline rating average, right? But we didn't really add this data in the sheet. So yeah, this is the data that you can see here. But now we also want to switch to the indicators tab, where we basically can analyze our strategies. So we have here our long-term investing, our day trading, our scalping, and our swing trading. Now we are coming to the good stuff, guys, right? Because this right here can give you crazy insights, right? You can literally see which of the strategies that you are using is the best one and which is the worst one, right? Ditch the bad ones, right? And focus on the winning strategies that you are having. So for example, long-term investing, you can see here all of the details. So we have 100% win rate on our long-term investing. On average, we are making $170. You can look at all the data here, right? Now compare this to the scalping, right? On the scalping, we have 50% win rate and we made $55 only. So again, once you have enough data in the journal, you actually go ahead and analyze the different strategies that you are using in order to see which one you should focus on and which one you should stop using. The journal has a lot more to it, right? It has daily routine, it has backtesting, but we're not gonna cover all of this in this video because it's already way too long. Let me show you now where to get the journal, and by the way, you will get it together with the course, which is gonna teach you how to use these features as well, right? So there's gonna be a link to the journal in the description of this video and in the pinned comment, but if for some reason you can't find the link, all you gotta do is to go to our website, satsincome.com. So you just open your browser, type satsincome.com, hit enter. You can do it from your desktop or from your phone. This is our website. All you gotta do is click on Trading Journal from the menu. You're gonna land on this page where you just have to add your name and your email address, and you're gonna get instant access to the journal. You're gonna be redirected to the course and the journal, and you're also gonna receive an email with the link to that as well. The journal and the course are completely free. You don't have to add your card, you don't have to add anything, right? You guys can get this and run with it. I'm giving it away because I wish I had this when I started, right? This was going to save me so much money and I was going to succeed way faster. So if you appreciate this, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and if you have some feedback, please leave us a comment.